So if you feel like you are showing up on social media every week and you're pouring your heart into your business, you feel like you're doing all the things and you're getting people saying to you, you are so inspiring, but you're still not getting those weekly clients, people are still not signing up for your offers, then this training is going to be for you. So you know that you've got the passion and the talent and you've got something valuable to offer people. You're really good at what you do, but you feel like your business and things are moving a lot slower than what you would like. So today I want to walk you through my simple and effective aligned success framework that is going to help you show up as the credible leader that you are and be seen as the credible leader that you are. So this system has transformed how I show up online in the online space, on calls that I'm having with people, and it's transformed the way that I show up energetically and the way that I communicate and the way that I write my content. And as a result of this, my dream clients are have started reaching out to me on a weekly basis. And I've done this without putting in more hours, without doing more, and without all the pressure and hustle that can so often come with running a business. So for years, I felt like I was chasing clients. I constantly felt like I was doing all the things. I was posting, I was sharing, I was hustling. And there was a lot of pressure, like you've got to pay your bills and you want to live this comfortable lifestyle. And when you have that kind of pressure on you, it starts to affect every aspect of your life. It started to not only affect my business, but also my relationships and my marriage as well. And when I decided I wanted to become a mom, it really forced me to rethink how I was showing up in all areas of my life. So I was putting in so much effort, but I just wasn't getting the results that I wanted. And I knew that something had to change. And so that's when it all clicked for me. I realized that the more I chased clients and money, the more I would push them away. And so it's just like dating, right? If you like someone, the more you chase them, the more you will repel them. And when you take a step back and you have this complete trust and conviction in knowing that you are worthy of receiving everything that you desire and you trust yourself fully, you start to magnetize what you desire. And I want to be really clear here that this is not just about sitting back and waiting for your dream clients to come knocking on the door. It also requires you to have a system in place that allows you to show up as the confident leader that you are in a very consistent and sustainable way that is not going to lead you to burnout. So I created this simple system that really shifted the way that I was showing up in the online space and allowed me to relax into the process and trust the process and trust myself on a deeper level. So I stopped chasing and started leaning in more into that trust. And that's when it led to people reaching out to me weekly. And this is when business starts to get really fun, when you actually start getting the response and the engagement that you sometimes don't often get in the very start while you're trying to figure things out. And so it turns out that it wasn't about doing more. Like I said, it was about shifting not only my energy and my mindset, but also working smarter, not harder, and having a simple system in place. So grab your pen and paper because you're going to want to take notes for this as I'm going to walk you through this step-by-step framework. And yeah, you're going to get lots of golden nuggets. So the Aligned Success Framework, the first pillar is about getting crystal clear on your messaging. So when you are clear, when you have clarity, you are more able to be in your confidence. So clarity equals confidence. And when you are in that authentic confidence and when you're fully embodying it, clients really feel that energy as well. So they want to hire someone that they can feel confident in, that they can feel like, okay, this person can help me solve this problem that I have. So getting clear on your messaging is really key. And this is about knowing exactly, specifically who you are serving, what problem they solve, and how you take people through that transformation from A to B. And so, yeah, those are the three things. Who are you serving and what is their urgent problem? How are you solving it? And what is the journey that you are taking them on to help them go from where they are currently to where they are desiring to be? So think about the times that you've really sat down to write a post and you felt a bit unsure of how to communicate what you do. And maybe it's even led to you not writing that post or not sharing that post. And that uncertainty comes through to your audience. So maybe you've even like not had that clarity, but you've pressed send and you've not had the response that you've wanted because you didn't really get very clear on what you were communicating. So yeah, when I started to get clear on who I was serving and the exact problem that I was solving, my confidence skyrocketed the way that I felt in myself. And that confidence then started to translate into sales and less, it was less about people just saying, oh, you're so inspiring, your content is so inspiring, and have had a lot more like consistent sales basically. So the second pillar is connect. So this is about deepening your self-trust. So once you've got that clarity around who you're speaking to and how you're speaking to them, then it's time to deepen that trust in yourself. So self-trust is a game changer, especially when you're running a business. And it's not linear, but it is essential. And you've already got some level of self-trust, otherwise you wouldn't be here. But you know, especially when you're growing a business, you can often fall out of that self-trust where you might find yourself asking yourself, like, can I do this? Or what if it doesn't work? What if I fail? And so it's very normal and it's, just a part of being human. But what happens is when we lose this trust in ourselves, it really starts to show up as a lack of trust in the process, in the work that we're doing. And our clients can pick up on that energy. The people we're speaking to can pick up on that energy. So they start to hesitate because they don't feel that confidence in your ability to be able to solve their problem with your methodology, with your process that you're taking people through. So self-doubt just naturally creeps in, and especially when things are not moving fast enough and you're not seeing the results that you are wanting to see. And so this is where the deeper work begins, and this is part of the work that I do with my clients in my longer programs like the Chrysalis Mastermind, where we really dive into helping you deepen that self-trust so that it's reflected in your external business in terms of sales and clients that are coming in. So I wanted to just give you something, because we can't go too deep into this in the time that we've got together today, but I wanted to give you something just simple that you could start to implement and integrate into your business and into your life from today. So to help you like deepen that self-trust, you can first start by just becoming the observer and noticing where in your day to day are you procrastinating? Are you avoiding taking action? Are you putting tasks aside? And like, I do this too. Everybody does this at some point. And so there might be some tasks that you keep pushing back. And that could be, as an example, inviting people onto discovery calls or selling on social media. So once you've identified those patterns, then the next thing is about observing any thoughts or beliefs that are attached to those behaviors. And so when you look in and you do some self-inquiry to ask, okay, what is the belief that I'm holding on to here? What are the thoughts that are holding me back? Is it a fear of rejection? Is it a fear that people are going to judge me? Is it a fear of failure? Is it a fear of success? Is it a fear of losing love? Some people often feel like if they succeed in their business, that they'll lose their closest relationships and things will change. And then the third thing is about once you've identified the limiting beliefs that have been holding you back that are attached to those behaviors, then it's about finding the evidence where the opposite is true. So, for example, if the belief was that you have a fear of failure, what if things don't work out? What if it flops? What if your launch flops? What if people say no to your offers? Then you could have a look at some evidence where you have succeeded in the past. And this doesn't necessarily have to be in business. If you're new to business, it could be in your personal relationships. Maybe you found your soulmate or got married. It could be in business. It could be landing that first client. It could be receiving some positive testimonials from past clients. And so it could even be, getting into a university and completing your degree. So whatever that is for you, everybody has some success in their life in some ways. So have a look at the evidence of that, and that is going to help you reprogram your beliefs. So when I started trusting myself more, then people started trusting me more. And this is where the magnetism starts to happen, because our external reality is a reflection of our internal reality. And so the way that we feel within ourselves is going to be reflected in the way that other people are seeing us and the way that other people are in our relationships with them. So the third pillar is about building your own trust system. So once you've deepened that trust in yourself, because it all starts with you, then it's about building a system in your business that is going to reflect that trust to your audience. And it's about having a journey to take your clients on, where instead of asking them to go from not paying you anything to paying $7,000 to $10,000 or whatever it is for your high ticket program, especially in this time that we're in right now, which we've been talking with one of my mentors over the last week, of this being an antitrust era, where people are especially needing additional trust building in order for them to take that next step. Whereas back in the day when I first invested in my first mastermind in 2021, it was like it didn't take me a second thought to spend, a large sum of money in a 12-month mastermind, and people were doing that all the time. Whereas now it's taking a little bit more work in terms of if you're a coach or a therapist or a service provider, it's taking a little bit more work on your side to build that trust for people. So how you can do this is to have clear steps in your offer suite that you are creating to take people on a journey where they can get a taster of your work without diving straight into your high ticket program. So this could look like it's starting with a freebie and leading with value and giving them a taster of your work, an introduction to your work. And that could then lead into a low ticket course, although I would only bring in the low ticket course much later. So it wouldn't be the first thing that I would bring in. But if you have something already that you could use, that like content that you've created in the past that has proven to have some kind of transformation or quick win, then that would be great as a low ticket course. And then the next step would be a mid-ticket offer. So for those who are ready to go deeper after experiencing your freebie or your low-ticket course, then they could invest. So let's say your low-ticket course is like £27, then they could invest into a mid-ticket offer, which is maybe, it could be anything from 200 to £500 as an example. And then after they've invested in that mid-ticket offer, then they're more likely to invest in a higher ticket experience, which is going to be your high ticket offer. So this allows your clients to engage with you at different stages and just builds trust along the way, because remember that somebody is more likely to invest a large sum of money into your work and your services if they've already spent some money with you before. So the last pillar is elevating your sales. And this is where you get to take everything that you've learned and you elevate your sales by understanding your audience's deepest desires and challenges and speaking directly to that. So when you've got the clarity from the first pillar and you know exactly who you're talking to, what they truly need, and your messaging becomes crystal clear, that's when you'll start to have people saying things like, it feels like you're in my head, this is exactly what I need. So this pillar is all about having a sales system that allows you to increase your leads and your conversion rate so that you can make a bigger impact and bring in more revenue for doing more of the work you love. And part of that will be the messaging. So, which is why you have to go through the first pillar in terms of getting clear on that. And so, yeah, you could think about, the last time someone messaged you after a post and said, this really spoke to me, but they didn't maybe take that next step with you. So, what they need is for you to make that next step really clear and show them that your solution or your offer is actually the solution or the bridge to their problem and to helping them get to their desired outcome. So when I started really speaking to the real pain points that my clients were facing, then my messaging started to become a lot more aligned and relatable. And I started getting more responses like, yes, this is what I've been waiting for, or how do I work with you? So yeah, I hope this is all making sense, but let me know if you have any questions. And so, yeah, just to recap, this system is a step-by-step process that is going to help you build trust in yourself and in your business while also reflecting your confidence and your leadership and your credibility back through your messaging so that your ideal client can see you as the credible leader who you are, who can solve their urgent problem. So the pillars are clarity. It's about getting clear on who you serve and how you serve them so that you can really dial in your messaging. It's about connect. So connecting, like deepening that trust within yourself so that you can show up confidently. It's about building a client journey with multiple offers to really nurture that trust in your audience. And it's about then speaking to your audience's urgent problems and tangible desires through an elevated sales system so that you can increase your conversion rates and ultimately make a bigger impact with the work that you're doing. And if you have any questions about this or anything else, then just feel free to drop me a DM. I always love hearing from you. And yeah, if you had any aha moments as well, please let me know.